Hello guys and welcome to BimmerKing. Today we have the all-new 2018 BMW X3 and this is the third generation BMW X3. What's special about this one is that this is the first time BMW made an X3 with the M performance. This is the X3 M40i and it has about 355 braking horsepower. It will take you from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in only 4.8 seconds, which is pretty damn fast for a compact SUV. So we will tell you everything about the exterior, the interior, and of course the infotainment system. And at the end we will listen to the sound of this car. So let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm blessed. But I keep my head down, cause I crave progress. You ain't never gonna stop me, cause it's my conquest. That's right, y'all better watch out. Nefex is on the rise.
From the front, this car looks particularly aggressive and sporty. Over here we have the BMW adaptive LED headlights, some massive front air intakes and some very sporty looking bumpers. Of course, iconic to the BMW is this amazing sporty looking BMW kidney grille, which has a chrome surrounding. And finally, this BMW has the 360 degrees camera system, so it has one camera here in the front, one in the back and two underneath both the mirrors. Also, if you look down here, you can see the sensors for the adaptive cruise control and for many other things. So let's go to the side of the car. So now we are looking at the side of the car. First of all, these wheels, they are the optional 21-inch double spoke wheels with the blue brake calipers. Extremely sporty, especially with the M emblem over here and of course the M emblem on the blue brake calipers. Furthermore, from the side you have the M Sport emblem over here and the sporty looking breather over here, which look very sporty. And like I said, over here you have the camera for the side of the car, which is for the 360 degrees camera system. There's also a line going here from the front all the way to the rear of the car, which really adds to the aerodynamics of this car. It also looks extremely sporty, and you have a line on the bottom here as well, all the way to the back. And of course the iconic BMW shark fin on the top. If we compare the front wheels to the rear wheels, there is a difference. The rear wheels, they are 275, 35, 21 inch, and the front wheels, they are 245, 35, 21 inch. So that means that the rear wheels, they are broader and wider than the front wheels, which really makes this car look even more sporty. So from the back we have these LED taillights, the X3 emblem over here, and on that side we have the M40i emblem. From the back you can see these amazing sporty looking exhaust, and they give a great sound. So let's hear it. Furthermore, here we have the camera for the rear view, and it also adds to the 360 degrees camera system. You can see these bumpers at the back, they have a contrast between silver and dark gray, and I really like this contrast. From the back you can also see these great curves it has over here, making it look even broader. And you can see that all the details and all the lines in the back really add to the sportiness of this compact SUV. So now we have seen everything about the exterior, and we will now take a look at the interior. So let's go. So now let's have a look at the interior of this new M40i. The first thing that I really notice is this hexagon trim over the carbon fiber over here and over here. It really adds to the sportiness as well as the luxuriousness of this car. And let's not forget about this infotainment system, because this display is very large, a lot larger than I'm used to. And when I look at the front, I can see the gauge, which is also completely digital, which is also something new BMW is doing. And over here we can see the ambient lighting, and you can of course change the colors. This car has the Harman-Kardon surround sound system. And when we take a look at the steering wheel, we can see that this is the M Sport steering wheel. It's completely made out of leather, and it has the M emblem on the bottom. It has some pedal shifters on the side and a lot of shortcut buttons, which really help you navigate this car. This car is also packed with options. As I can see over here, it has the lane keeping assist, some adaptive cruise control, and a lot of other things. So now let's talk about this display. The infotainment system, it can be controlled in multiple ways. First of all, you can use the touchscreen, which can really come in handy. You can use the old-fashioned hardware controller, which has a lot of shortcut buttons such as menu and map to control it even faster. And of course, like I said, with the steering wheel, you also have a lot of options to control it. And I personally really enjoy the microphone option, which lets you control the navigation, for example, and give you other commands to the car. For example, when you want to enter an address, it goes really faster when you use the microphone instead of simply typing it out. As you can see, the seats, they are double stitched in white, and I really like the contrast with the white stitching on the leather seats. And you can see leather everywhere inside the car. And when we look up here, we can see the panoramic roof, which is extremely large, and you can control them with these buttons over here. Now finally, let's see how much storage space this interior has. First of all, we have some storage space over here. Very large storage space. We have two cup holders over here, and we can of course close this. And I really like the M Sport emblem over here. And we have storage space over here, and of course in the door with some cup holders. Now you have three buttons over here to change between the eco modes, the comfort mode and the sport modes, and it really changes the dynamics of the car, so you really feel a difference when driving. For example, when I press the Eco Pro modes, it will turn blue in the displays, and you can set it on standard or individual, and you can even configure the individual. When I put it on comfort, you simply have the normal driving, and it's really just the most comfortable way to drive. And when you press Sport, you can see everything change. You can set it from the Sport Plus or the Sport Standard. I personally like the Sport Plus. And first of all, you can see a lot of things change, such as at the display, it now says Sport Plus, and it changed the way the speedometers look. So like I said before, we also have the 360 degrees camera system. So let's go and check it out. When we press this button over here, you can see that it opens the 360 degrees camera system over there. And over here we can see the rear view camera. Over here you can see around the car, which is really awesome, especially when you want to park or just show off to friends. As you can see, we have this door opened right now, and it's really cool that it shows it like this. Now you will not have any trouble parking it, and if you manage to hit something, you're just an idiot. So this is the infotainment system, the new infotainment system. Let's see, first we have the navigation, and you can add an address, but let's just see the map. It's really cool that it shows you the BMW dealership. It shows you all the gas stations, so if you are out of gas, it's really easy to find one, and it's just very informative. Now let's go back to the menu. We have some communication where you can add your phone. We have the connected drive where you can see live updates such as the weather or the news. Here we have the radio stations and My Car. In My Car you of course have all the car settings such as the lighting. And at the lighting you have the interior and the exterior. The exterior is mainly for how many times the indicators flash. In the interior lighting we can change the ambient lighting. And as you can see right now, it's in purple. So let's change the color. You can see you have a ton of options. Let's try orange for example. And you can see that now it has an orange line. And of course it looks a lot better in the dark. Now you can also have the intelligent safety, steering wheel vibration, speed limit assist, speed warnings, and of course a lot of other stuff such as parking and the attention assist. Climate comfort, but let's go on. You have the iDrive settings where you can connect some mobile devices, the language, the display, the touchpad, a lot of other things. Now here at the main menu you can show what the navigation shows, such as the map and how it shows the arrows. And in my car you can see the board computer. Now it's set on simple. You can also set it on the normal board computer. And with the connected drive you can, for example, put on the news, the Wikipedia, land information, Flickr, Kicker. But let's put on the news first and we can see what it looks like. In the profile settings you have of course all the individual profiles. You have the car status. Now everything seems to be okay. There's enough bar in the tires. You can see the efficient dynamics of the car, which is always fun to look at. Oh, of course we also have the sport display. And when you're driving in sport modes, this is a lot of fun because you can see how much horsepower you're using and of course the torque. The connected drive we can see the news. Not so interesting news right now. But yeah, that was the infotainment system. So now let's go and take a look in the back to see if we have enough space to sit in this car as a family. So let's go. The back of the car. First of all, we can see the ambient lighting over here, as well as the hexagon trim which I mentioned before, and of course the X over there for the X BMW X models. And as you can see, very important, I have enough space for my headroom and for my legs. I didn't change the position of the front seat, so I have more than enough space to sit in this car with maybe 5 adults. So if you want some long road trips, this car is perfect. It's a very nice compact SUV and I highly recommend it. Finally, you have some cup holders over there at the door and some storage space. And of course you can pull this down to have a nice armrest, and when you press this button, some extra cup holders. And we all know you can never have enough cup holders. So that's the back seats of the car. Now finally let's look at the trunk space of this car, because it's very important that if we go on holidays we need to have enough storage space for all the luggage. So let's go. So now let's look at the trunk space of this car. You can simply open it by hand, but of course it's a lot more fun if we use the key to open it up. And as you can see, it has a very large storage compartment. It has about 62.7 cubic feet of space, and you can also close the top cover like this and open it. You can also completely remove it, and what I really like is that if you remove it, you have some space over here where you can put it. There's also a lot of extra storage space here underneath. So for storage, this one gets an absolute 10. It's a very nice compact SUV and you have enough storage space for all your luggage to go on holidays. To close it, you can either press this button to just simply close it, or this button to close and lock the car. Very nice. So let's take a look underneath the hood. So underneath the hood it has a 3-liter twin power turbocharged 6-cylinder engine producing about 355 horsepower, and it will take you from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in only 4.8 seconds. It also has about 369 pound-feet of torque. So here you can see the engine with, of course, the BMW M Performance and a very nice emblem over here. A very powerful engine. So that was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked the video, then like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel to see any new content that comes out, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.